Okay. You ready? Let's do this. Third time's the charm. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Mic'd Up Podcast with Ellie and Brindley. Today, we're going to be doing a full deep dive into our gymnastics history and friendship. But before we continue, go make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell. But when you comment, make sure you comment and type in an idea for us, because we will try. We really want to start reading. We really want to read all y'all's comments and get all the good ideas. So, let's start all the way to the beginning.
Oh, are we not doing hockey player of the week?
Oh, I'm not wearing socks.
It's fine. I have hockey player.
No, it's...
Actually, I have no idea where in this notebook hockey player of the week is.
But, also, we want Lola to sponsor us.
Yes. Okay, fine.
We have to pause for a thumbnail.
Oh, we do.
The straw.
Was that the going? We'll cut that out.
Okay.
Our hockey player of the week is Maddox Schultz. He is January, February, March. March 15th of 2010 is his birthday. He's from Medicine Hat in Alberta, Canada.
He's from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. I can tell by the way he towers over me.
Okay, he's 5'10". He's not that tall compared to you.
I'm 5'6". Oh, it's only 4 inches taller than me.
Okay. He is a center, which is a forward, but he shoots with his left. Also, I was surprised he has a Wikipedia page.
Wow.
Yeah. Googled him today.
Can't hide fame.
He's only 16, but yeah.
That's crazy.
Googled him today because
It's a little awkward because we have someone in here who is
staring at
us. You can come say hi.
No.
You can leave.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, Ashley.
Bye. Make sure to close. No, please leave.
Okay,
We can't go live because he's gonna go.
Okay, back to hockey player of the week. Schultz was granted exceptional status to play U18 while he was only 14 years old after a 134-point season.
Wow.
That's a lot. Okay, he did not apply for exceptional status in the WHL though. And so he was drafted last year, 2025, first overall to the Regina Pats. He put up 60 points in 21 SMAAHL games. I hope that's how y'all say that. Because I almost called it small, but I don't think it's small, so, okay. 29 points in 34 WHL games. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out trends of the week.
Oh, and he also played 5 games in the World Under-14 Hockey Challenge. He's eligible for the 2028 WHL, not WHL, he's already in the WHL, NHL draft. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the top 3 picks of the first round.
Wow. Okay.
Because
We got 5 votes on the trends.
one of those was me.
One of them was my other channel. But...
It's fine. Hold on, let me do that math real quick. I should have added up how many points he did over all this.
Here, we'll put the math right here.
Yeah, sparkles.
Okay. Also, y'all get to vote every week for our trends of the week. So make sure every week I post it around, what do you say, like Wednesdays I post it?
I don't know when you post.
I try and do it
You
on
did
Wednesdays.
You
I
did
need to-
yesterday this week, I feel like.
I need to start doing it earlier. So, every Sunday, y'all will be seeing a post for a new trend of the week. This trend is pants. So, trends of the week with Brindley. Sadly, I lost the debate, and the best trend was plain straight leg jeans.
I voted for those.
Second best, which was my personal favorite, was red and white striped jeans. And then leggings and, what was the other one?
I don't remember what the other one.
The other striped jeans were the worst.
They were just denim ones.
Yeah.
But
No, the plain denim one.
no, the two-tone.
Yeah, the two-tone denim and the plain
Oh my
blonde.
god, no.
No, not again, not again, not again.
Your trends of the week?
Trends of the week. I am so sad to say that, guys, we lost the battle and straight leg plain denim jeans won. Yes, I'm currently wearing those because I don't have the fun Zara jeans. if y'all would like to see more fun pants with Brindley, subscribe.
Oh, what's our bad trend? Do we have a bad trend?
Yeah, it was the plain leggings.
Oh, yes.
Because they vote, and whatever they don't vote is the bad one.
I wear plain leggings a lot.
It was the Vlogalotti's leggings is the one I put on there. Guys, we love Cassie and Vlogalotti's. We would love to have her on the podcast and get PR.
Yes.
I did.
I love the twirl ballerina skirt. Yeah.
The one that Taylor Swift wore.
She wore that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Cassie lost her mind.
I didn't know that.
Cassie is so pretty. And she has a dog named Sir George.
Everyone, okay, genuine opinion. There is no ugly person on earth. Okay? Like, everyone is beautiful in their own way.
Everybody is beautiful. Everybody's gorgeous. But if you're rude to somebody and you're not a kind person, it doesn't make you any,
Okay. Before we...
it doesn't make your personality pretty. You can still be beautiful.
Okay. Final thing to do before we get into our gymnastics story. Our trivia question of the week.
My favorite. Y'all get to comment what y'all think your answer is, and we will reply to the correct answer. But no Googling.
I know the answer because I watched 3 documentaries on this, and this is 9/11 related, and wrote an essay on 9/11 in 6th grade and watched 12 documentaries.
For those who don't know what 9/11 is, a lot of people died. Go Google about it. There's a lot of documentaries.
I think my favorite documentary about it is One Day in America. It's the National Geographic documentary. It's really sad, but
this is really crisp water. The wallet makes it better.
The person who planned these attacks, for reference, was Osama bin Laden. And our trivia question of the week from our card game, I should have known that, is in what country was Osama bin Laden killed?
Oh.
By the U.S. government. 5, 4, 3.
What country or what state?
Country. He wasn't. He was in the U.S.
2. But he was killed by the U.S. government?
Yeah.
France?
No.
Okay.
Walk us
I
down.
can just... France?
No.
Okay. Go comment what y'all think. And we will reply to whoever guesses it right. But don't
We're going to have to cut out where I said the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Gymnastics story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
guys,
God.
we could rant for 3 hours. This episode could be 12 hours long.
This is going to be a trauma dump extraordinaire.
So, if you love the drama, go get yourself a snack, go sit down, and relax with your blanket.
Okay. Should we go back to the beginning? Or should we do what led us into gymnastics first? Okay, yeah. So, I got into gymnastics because I cheered.
How old were you?
I started cheering when I was 5. I did cheer until I was 6.5. And so I cheered for 2 seasons, when I was 5 and when I was 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided, I didn't really like cheer anymore. I wasn't really excelling in it. I wasn't having the most fun in it. A lot of girls on the team weren't really nice, and most of them didn't go to the same school as me.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of just wasn't
Were you
fun.
in Utah or were you here?
No, this was here.
Oh, okay.
It was 1st and 2nd grade. Or, no, kindergarten and 1st grade.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided, I took 6 months off of doing sports. I may have played soccer in that period, but I don't know if I played soccer before or after I did cheer. And so after 6 months, my mom decided, hey, would you like to do gymnastics? I had done gymnastics classes in Utah when I was 3. And so I was like, yeah, I want to do gymnastics. I was probably 7 at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I had done soccer my whole life because my mom did soccer and sports her whole life, so she just put us into soccer. And I loved soccer. I did soccer and gymnastics, but I did classes in gymnastics, not team or anything. So, finally, one day I made it on the team and my mom goes, you have to quit soccer or do soccer and gymnastics, but you can not go to team because it's too much. And I was like, I want to do gymnastics. Someone chose me to be the best or the higher level.
Yeah.
And so
we started level 2 at the same time.
We started level 2, and we I don't even know how we became friends. It was literally We're best friends.
Yeah.
Like, also, most of the kids were like 5 and 6 and 8, and we were like 9.
No, we were 7. No, we were 9.
We were 8.
We were 8 turning 9.
Yeah. Because, yeah. How old? Yeah, 9. 8 turning 9.
Yeah.
Because we've been friends for like.
We haven't been friends yet.
I'm saying.
Oh.
To figure out. We've been friends for a little over 5.5 years.
So,
Go into the question. I just gave y'all a hint.
Brinley and I, we got put onto the same team, and I had a lot of fun, but I wasn't getting any better. Like, my scores were just a straight line consistently the whole season.
I did good on beam, but that was it. Also, like, we had this, like, point system in practice.
This is where
okay.
the emotional abuse of gymnastics started to happen.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was one little girl would go up. I'm not gonna say her name or anything. Like she'd go up and she'd give it.
Can I explain the point system?
Explain the point system.
So there was a whiteboard at the gym, and it had everyone's name on it, and it had a section, and you would do tallies. For like, if you did a skill good, if you got a new skill,
they would be like, you can have
if
1
you
point.
like fixed your form, you would get 1 point, and you would.
But
tally
they would
it
have
on
to
the
tell
whiteboard.
you.
Yes. And so once you got 10 points, you would get like you could get a lollipop, you could get a sticker, you could get something.
So it was actually they had 2 different bins. The only reason I know this, she added a second bin. There was one bin filled with bigger prizes for if you get 10 points quickly or something, and then there was a bin filled with little prizes if it takes you a while.
Mm-hmm. I think the most points I ever got was like 6.
I got 10, and it was just because one of the coaches was just like, you can go get a prize. And I was like, okay,
so
whatever.
There was one little girl, and she would give the coaches hugs or like tell them their hair looked nice or something.
And she'd get like 3 points.
Yeah. And that obviously wasn't fair. And like she would get 10 points in a week.
Yeah, she got like 10 points in a day one time.
Yeah.
And there were other girls that literally, like, they were just little and, like... Also, one time they had a conversation with us. They were like, we need to stop babying the little kids. Because I guess people were babying the little ones. Why were the coaches babying them, though? Like, that's the real question.
So, what made us leave that gym was... So, we competed level 2 that season, yes.
So, mind you, also... We competed level 2, and then what happened was, so there was this one coach. I was like, I want her to coach me one day, okay? This is gonna happen later in the story, but she was like the level 7 coach?
Yeah.
So she was the level 7 coach. I want her to coach me so bad. Like, she has these kids, they can do gymnastics. Like, her son does gymnastics, her daughters do gymnastics, and they are so good. I want her to coach me. She is so, like, amazing. Next thing I know, she lives next door to me.
Yeah.
We'll cross the street. She moves gym.
Yeah. So, since her kids were homeschooled, she moved gyms.
But the funny thing was, she used to live closer to the gym she moved to, and then she moved here and lived closer to the gym she was at, and then moved to the gym that was farther.
So, what happened was, so one of our favorite coaches on level 2, she quit. She, quit gymnastics. She's not coaching anywhere anymore.
No. She didn't have a kid.
Yeah. And so they brought in this new coach, and she was really mean.
My gosh. I don't know if we said it in a podcast one time, but if I kneeled down, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So she was really mean. I was 9 or 10, and she told me I was too big to be spotted. I was probably 4'5", 4'6".
Yeah, we were tiny.
And I probably weighed 65 pounds.
We did not weigh a lot.
No. And she was taller.
Yeah, she could have easily spotted us.
But she had no problem spotting the little kids, but she told us she couldn't spot us.
This is also where it's leaning into the physical abuse, part.
Body shaming, that sort of stuff.
So basically what she would do, she would have us jump on the really bouncy trampoline. Guys, we're going to have so much fun today. We're going to bounce in the bouncy trampoline. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So we would wear ourselves out. And then she'd go, okay, now we're going to jump on a squishy mat. she would make, so what happened was she'd make us jump for 2 minutes straight. Someone stopped or someone jumped, like, got off the mat, like they fell off, the time would be started over and doubled. We got up to like 12 minutes or whatever. But like, then we'd be like, you have to do it. And she'd go, I'm tired.
And then
Lady, no.
also, she wasn't, so I don't know if y'all know gymnastics, but one of the big skills you need for level 3 is round up back handspring. In level 2, like, the biggest thing you do is back walkover. In level 3,
back bend kickover.
Yeah, back bend kickover. In level 3, you need a back handspring, which I think is a really big jump.
I know, right?
USA Gymnastics, go fix that.
Yeah, please. Also, fix the music. We will get you better music. We will find you a better song.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It sounded like friggin' baby Einstein.
She wasn't teaching us backhand.
But she was like, guys, we're going to jump ahead and we're going to start learning front head springs because that's an extra skill you can have if you want for level 4. Lady, we're not in level 4. How hard is it for you to understand?
And like we needed to do handstand turnovers on beam and she wasn't teaching us handstand turnovers.
Okay, so then
we decide, and
my
Brittany
neighbor
together decide to move to this
My
gym.
neighbor went to the gym, and so we were like, okay, we know someone there, well, I knew her, and like she would give me like,
I had met her from sleeping over at Brinley's house and hanging out at Brinley's
yeah,
house.
but so she was moving, and I was like, hey, Ellie, like, we've been friends, like, I'm moving to this gym, you want to come? And she was like, yeah, I want to come. So Ellie tried it out. One girl almost broke her arm. The whole trauma story.
But also, I did my back handspring on my own on the trampoline on my first day. I did my handstand turnover alone on my first day because the coaches were so awesome.
Okay, here's where it gets really fun. I decided, her mom said, we're done. Like, her mom pulled her out at the right time and had already finished her last month payment.
Yes.
We hadn't re-signed our contracts, so we were free to leave and start a new gym. We'll get into the contract thing later, but my mom had already paid for the next month, and it was the beginning of the month. I tried out at the gym, loved it, and my neighbor / coach had her sister, and she worked there.
Yes.
Oh my god,
They were the best.
Tori, okay, y'all can go look her up. Search Tori Lampwood diving. She's a diver. Amazing diver. Go Google her.
She's on Google.
Yeah, she's also on YouTube. It's like Tori Diver or something. I'll put her name right here. But I practiced. I was like, Mom, I really love this gym. I really want to go. Okay, well, I've already paid. Why don't we try? So I was doing gymnastics.
At 2 places.
I was doing gymnastics at 2 places. And then, so on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I had gymnastics 6 days a week. I was doing like 25 hours a week of gymnastics. But then on Wednesdays, I had practice in the morning at the good gym, and then practice at night at the bad gym. Finally, after like 3 weeks of doing that, my mom was like, okay, we're done. Like, you're worn out. Like, I slept so good. I never slept so good in my life from how tired I was. So I finally made the switch over. But in those like 3 week span, I would go to the gym and I'd be like, hey, on my beam at home, aka the beam at the gym, I learned how to do a cartwheel on the beam, I learned how to do a handstand on the beam, I learned how to do a full turn on the beam, I learned how to do a turnover. In 2 weeks, I learned all of those skills just on the balance beam.
And so, Brinley practiced in the morning group because she was homeschooled, and I practiced in the afternoon group. And I practiced a level up. So we ended up going silver that season, but I practiced with gold, and you practiced with gold.
Yes, I did. I was gold on beam, and she was gold on bars.
Yes.
But, so that finally, we compete our silver year. Best year. Like,
I got 9.8s, 9.9s. I did amazing that season.
I did really good, too. But, this is where it starts getting kind of
iffy,
funky. Because it's summertime. So, summertime, this one girl comes. She used to be a girl at the gym. Also, she used to go to the bad gym that we went to, the first gym. We'll call it bad gym and good gym.
Yes.
And then we'll start getting into that. So, she used to go to the bad gym. They used to always call Ellie her name. We figured that out recently. But she came in the summers, and she was like, you have to do a back tuck off the beam. Girly pop, I don't know how to do a back tuck off the beam.
I don't even know how to do a
I'm
back
in
tuck.
silver. Like,
Yeah.
lady, no. She forced me to do a back tuck. I did it. I almost whacked my head, got traumatized. Then she realized I was associated with Jennifer. Did not say any rude thing or be rude to me again, because Jennifer will tell her, like, hey, girl, no. Like, that's my child. Don't touch her.
And so, after our silver year, they decided to split golds in half. So, half the golds were called developmental golds.
No. That was not with. Oh, wait. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
And half the golds were called stars golds.
We were stars.
Okay,
We were kind of unhappy about it, but we got Tori and Jennifer as our head coaches.
Here's what we were told. So we were told that developmental team, we were lied to, first of all. We were told that the developmental team was for people who weren't practicing as much, and we were for more committed, but it was the opposite. And like, other girls were getting coached for more time. They were learning skills that were more advanced than us and stuff. Yeah.
My heart is like racing because like I'm so pent up and angry on the inside. But so we competed our first ever year gold with Tori and Jennifer and London.
Yeah.
Should I say her name?
Yeah, okay.
With London as our coaches.
Oh
my goodness. Okay. London is like a remake of Tori.
Also, I cried after every single meet that season because I scored terribly on everything that season.
Yeah.
I think my highest score was like an 8-9 on bars.
No.
Mhm.
You made like a 9.5 on bars.
No, I didn't.
Because you got first.
Season. Not that season.
Yeah, we both didn't really have a good first year gold season, but we had the most amazing practice experience.
Yes.
Our first year.
And also, at competitions, there's another gym in our area.
Oh, I'm literally okay. So when we were in silver, we saw this one girl. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. When we were in level 2, we even saw her.
Yes,
but we were like, she's amazing.
Can I
yeah.
So when we were in silver, there was this girl at one of the meets who competed against us, and she was throwing fulls on the floor and stuff. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a gold, but I wanted to do an extra meet, so I did a silver meet." She got 10s on every event. And she got a perfect 40.
Yeah. Sure, that's like really good. Good for her. I'm very, very happy for her that she can do that. But we came back for our first year gold. She's still there. Our second year gold. She's still there. It's because their facility is an office building. It's not a gymnastics or warehouse building. So it's not high enough, so she can't throw giants, so they're just holding her at the dang lowest level. The highest low level.
Highest low level that you can go.
Highest level that is as high as the gym can take.
So things were meh.
But
so we started our second season. We were doing better.
Wait, let me say something. So Jennifer was the person. Also, Jennifer and Tori were very good at reading the room and being like, "Hey, this person is not okay. Like, they need to take a minute and get a hug. This is gonna make more sense later." Or they'd be like, "Hey, this person's just upset. They need to be told, you're fine. Get back out there. You're good."
Yes.
And they were really freaking good at reading the room about that.
Is
he still in here?
At that time, I was moving houses. My parents were going through a not the greatest divorce. Stuff was hard for me.
Yeah.
And I'd come to the gym and I'd cry in the bathroom. Okay, because gymnastics was just another thing that wasn't going right for me. But at the end of the summer after that year, Tori and Jennifer left.
Tori and Jennifer told us, and they said, I have to start crying. They said, we're moving across the world, and we won't be able to coach y'all anymore. And that was really hard because they were also Tori was my diving coach outside of the gym, and they were basically like my other parents.
Yes.
And if y'all are watching this, thank you.
They were
thank you
mother
so
figures
much
to us.
Thank you so much. And their kids are legit my best friends. I am so excited, but I don't think I can say that because now everybody knows that they're coming.
Oh, okay.
I'm just I'm really hoping that they can come back one time, so.
Yeah. And so our gym hired a coach who had used to coach at the gym, but she had quit to have her baby.
That's fine. Good for her. Good.
But within 2 weeks of her being rehired, she announces that she's pregnant again.
Let me say something. No, she knew that she was pregnant. She told us from the beginning. So, this coach, Jennifer was still working there because Jennifer, like, they were both still working there. And I was like, I do not feel comfortable with you spotting me. Like, please don't spot me on this skill. I don't feel safe or comfortable. And also, I was wearing a $150 leotard, and she had eaten Cheetos.
And, like, her fingers were yellow.
Her fingers were orange. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable. And she had eaten the sandwich, and, like, I'm allergic to gluten, and, like sometimes it would just make my skin itch. I don't know why. My body's just sensitive. Or, like, especially if I, went to, like, pick my leotard, because, like, it would right up the butt. And so then I would, like, scratch my face, and my face is really sensitive towards it. And, like, I'd touch my face, and I'd get, like, red by the end of practice. And people, like, you look like you went, like that on your face. And so I was like, I don't feel comfortable with you spotting me. Like, Jennifer, can you come spot me? And Jennifer is like, oh, yeah, sure. Let me just finish spotting this person. She spotted them, and this lady goes, Jennifer is leaving. She's not going to be able to spot you anymore. Like, you need to just get over it and just, like, have me spot you. I was like, I looked at her, I go, I am sorry. I just don't feel safe with you spotting me. And I also looked at her, I go, Tori's still going to be here. Because she didn't know that Tori was leaving. I knew that Tori was leaving, though.
Yeah.
And Jennifer comes over and she looks at her and she goes, hey, I'm sorry. I really know this kid really well. I'm going to spot her. Like, you can please just do your own thing. And so Jennifer spotted me. It was a great back tuck. And then I went by myself the end of practice.
Also, she only coached beam, which is the thing we need spot the most on.
Yeah,
and
we just weren't the greatest on beam.
Yeah. And she told us that she couldn't spot us because she was pregnant.
But she'd also be like, guys, y'all need to go to the doctor if y'all are hurt. Y'all need to tell us if you're all hurt. But yet she'd come into practice. My doctor told me not to be here today, but I'm coming to spot y'all because, like, I'm a good coach. No, lady, you're not a good coach if you're out there and you know who you are.
You're putting your child at risk and yourself at risk.
Also, she had, like, a littler kid.
Yeah.
He was, like, a toddler.
They were 2 and 4.
Yeah, about that.
Or, like, maybe, like, 18 months old.
No, she was 2. She was turning 3.
Oh, okay.
So, I almost, like, squashed her child, like, 3 times. So, like, if you know how you do a back handspring, so I was on, like, a long trampoline. They can't really see me, but I was on, like, a tumble track. And so, I was getting ready. I did a round off, and I was getting ready to go back into a back handspring. I felt it, like, squish behind me, so instead of going back, I was already here. I had to, like, throw a front tuck. I almost broke my neck. First off, I put that child, I felt terrible. I almost broke my neck. I almost put myself in danger. And then I almost put her child. She almost put her child in danger.
And she didn't watch her kids.
She wasn't watching them. And, like, the amount of times I've almost landed on her children is ridiculous because I feel bad at that point. That makes me feel like I did something wrong when I did not. I literally, like, and Jennifer would be like, hey, my kids know not to get, like, Jennifer would bring her kids and
she told us that if we hit her kids or if her kids ran behind us, just to squish them.
It's, like,
in those exact words.
But, like, her kids knew, like, she would tell them, hey, you have to be over here, you have to be over here, you have to be over here. You cannot be here, 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 here. You're going to sit in the car.
Yeah.
And, like, watch, and you're going to have to sit on the side. And I never, one time that Tori's daughter almost got hit, and it was because the person,
fell off the floor.
Nobody was looking.
Yeah.
Nobody knew anything. And so it wasn't anybody's fault. It was just, like, in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she didn't get hit. She was fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so this coach came in, didn't watch her kids, and then she also would put me into danger a lot and Ellie into danger because she would have us do cartwheels on the balance beam with weights on. And if you know,
5-pound ankle weights. And I don't know if y'all know what a cartwheel is, but that's a cartwheel And if you're having ankle weights on your ankles, you can't get around.
Yeah, so let me just say, so when you go, you like whip around really quick, and it's a really good exercise with ankle weights on the floor. That's a really good exercise.
But not on a beam.
So let me just say, if you slip and you miss your foot, that's pretty fine. Like if you are just doing a normal cartwheel and you slip and you miss your foot, and then you'll just like kind of fall, and then you can like.
But you can split the beam. You could.
But like if you like are falling like this and you kind of scoop a little bit without ankle weights, you can figure out a way to get your feet back underneath you.
However, if you have ankle weights on,
with ankle weights, your leg is moving so fast because it's so heavy, it goes whoosh and you land on your back. Yes. I almost did a back tuck off the beam because I scooped under and I missed my foot. And it wasn't even a me problem. It was literally because of the weights. And
also like, so we would tell her like, I've talked about it in a previous episode. I think it was in the first one. I have severe hip issues. I don't know why. They're just there. They just happen. But my hips pop in and out of place. They're uneven. I've had multiple x-rays. The problem is that I don't want to have to get hip surgery, but it may end up coming to that.
Yeah. Ellie and I, we joke and we're like, we're gonna need like hip surgery, back replacement, knee replacement by the age of 30.
But it's not a joke for me.
It's not a joke anymore because when we were younger, we were like, oh, ha, like we worked so hard in gymnastics, like we're gonna need hip surgery, back replacements.
But now,
but now we're like, oh, that's not a normal thing to need your hips replaced at 30.
And like my hips. I don't know which one is worse because they both hurt, but it's not like they'll just hurt for a little bit. They chronically hurt. And like,
we can do a whole range about the medical system.
I tried to start running cross country this school year just because I'm new to my school and I wanted to make some friends before school started. And I cannot physically run heels. Like, I can't run up and down heels because of the pressure it puts on my hips, knees, and ankles.
I like the way you say heels. Like, I like the way you say it, like with your accent.
Heels.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I would tell her, like, my hips hurt really bad. Can I go, like, I can't do this right now. Can I condition? Can I do something else? And
because Ellie's also not the person who'd be like, I'm going to go sit and eat a snack or something. Because there was one girl who would do that. Or, like, I'm going to go sit and just, like, play on my phone. Ellie would do her conditioning if she was told to.
Yes. Like, they would tell my mom Ellie's the hardest worker in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to brag. It's just what they said about me.
Us and then our friend group.
Yes.
Our friend group would get told, like, we worked the hardest. And we would have fun, but we would still be the hardest workers.
And so, like, I would say my hips hurt. Like, can I do something else? Can I condition? Can I do an alternate exercise? And she would be like, no, you're fine. Your hips don't really hurt that bad.
Lady, you're not inside my body. Go away.
And, like, I have an appointment to get an MRI in the next few weeks. Because my hips are so messed up.
Your bun looks really good. I did a good job.
I know. But, like, I'm seeing a pediatric orthopedic surgeon. I'm seeing a surgeon who specializes in hips. I'm seeing a doctor who specializes in hips. Like, I mean, a doctor thinks I have arthritis in my hips. A doctor thinks that I need a hip replacement.
That would not be a fun recovery.
No, that would not. Yeah, and
if you were still in the bad school, then you'd be like, I get time off. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's real, though.
I was bullied really bad at my old school.
So, if you're out there and you're like, once we become a big podcast and you're out there and you're like, I was friends with Ellie Kaiser. No, you weren't. You were rude to her and you were dead to me.
I didn't have any friends at school.
I can't tell if that's lightning or the garage.
I mean,
thunder. Lightning doesn't make sense.
I didn't have any friends at school. Oh my goodness, I don't want to cry, but I think I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry!
And, like, I literally... Brindley was the only person I had.
This is
and Brindley and I literally Burnley lives 30 minutes away from me, so it's not like I could come over to your house every day. So I would literally FaceTime Burnley and just tell her, like, I wish I had you here to give me a hug because I had the most awful day at school. I spent the entirety, we're ranting now, but I spent the entirety of 8th grade being called Eloy, by a bad kid. I mean, yeah. And I would have a bad day at school and I would come to the gym hoping to make it better.
And when Tori and Jennifer were there, it was great.
Yes.
Like, she'd be happy.
I would come into the gym sobbing, and Tori and Jennifer would know that I had a bad day and that the gym was my escape from that bad day, and they would make sure that my day would be better.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, they'd bring us fun treats. They'd give us prizes, and, like, it was very, like, bad lady coach was more like, you aren't good, you get punishment. And Jennifer and Tori were like, you did good, you get reward. It's not bad punishment, it's good reward.
Yeah.
Is the way I like to think about it, and I think that's how every gym should do it.
After Tori and Jennifer left,
which was really sad, the only good coaches we had was London and Isabel. London and Isabel, if y'all are watching this, y'all made our lives better.
Yes.
It was terrible. We were severely, the manager, owner of the gym was terrible, would, like, emotionally, like, abuse us.
She comes into play later, but basically, we had a terrible season that season. I did really bad. I think
we all, like, I did bad too.
I improved a lot on bars, okay? I was getting
we
nines
improved in the gym, but then,
bars.
like, when we were out of the gym, like, when we were, like, when we were in the gym, we'd do so good, but then when we were, like, out of meet, we'd get in our
And I would cry at meets, just because I was so hard on myself. And the head coach found out that I had cried at a meet, and I had left before team awards because I was crying.
And that's fine. Like, it's fine.
Because I'm hard on myself. I always have been. I always will be. Like,
see, your mom and I were talking, and she was like, Ellie, she's the kind of kid, like, if she makes a B at school, like, she thinks her life's over. And she was like, I'm just the kid who was like, as long as I pass and get into sports, like, I'm good. And I was like, girl, that's me.
I'm the kind of person who beats themselves up.
Yeah.
And after I left this meet crying, like, it was in Louisiana, so we had, like, an 8-9 hour drive home, and I cried the entire way home. And, like, my mom could not get me to calm down. I took my anxiety medicine. I took the highest dose I was possibly allowed to take. I was inconsolable after this meet. And,
What meet?
NOLA. Remember?
Is that when you...
I fell on bars, remember?
Yeah.
And I started crying, and I had to get over it and do 2 more events. And
I felt... what meat was that? That was, like, the chicken nugget looking meat. Like, it was, like, in a horse rodeo place. I drove up. I came to your hotel.
Yeah,
and did your hair.
I know what you're talking about. Nash Vegas.
So at Nash Vegas,
I fell on bars, too.
I felt terrible because... And Lindsay fell.
Yes.
Lindsay, so she went on bars. She fell. She was fine. I went on bars, and I fell. And we were all watching each other, and Lindsay told me after, she goes, I feel like I just ruined Ellie. She never told you that, I've just been saying her freaking name.
It's fine.
And she came up to me after, and she goes, I feel like I made Ellie cry because I fell.
No.
And that made you fall. And I was like, no, it's not you, girl. Like, you're fine.
I get mad at myself.
She felt like it because I fell and then you fell after her. So she thought she started like the chain. And I was like, girl, we're all having a bad day. Just like, it's fine.
And like, I was literally inconsolable the entire way home from NOLA. And about halfway home, my mom gets an email from the head coach that was sent to everyone. And it says that we are not allowed to cry at meets. We should be happy for our teammates. And it was directed directly at me, and it was snarky, and it was unkind, and it shouldn't have been sent out.
No.
Because I was the only one crying at that meet, and like, I was my parents had just finalized their divorce. We were moving out of the house that I had lived in for years. And that made me feel like I was not worthy. Oh my God.
Stop crying. I can't do this.
And that was directed at me, and that made my mom so angry.
And her mom is like a peach. Like, she's so sweet.
Yes.
But if you
Like,
make her mad, she can turn
But
off.
I saw the entire way home. We went in Chili's, and my mom was like, that was the only place that was open. And we went in Chili's, and my mom was like, you have to stop crying. Someone's going to think I'm kidnapping you. And I literally could not stop crying. I couldn't.
I'm
And
so dehydrated.
huh?
I said, you were probably so dehydrated.
Yeah. And I had to take melatonin to go to bed that night because I could not get myself to stop crying.
You know what's really sad? It's when like they're crying, because babies don't have tear ducts when they're first born. And Eliana, oh my God, that child. Babies, when like they're they don't have tear ducts when they're born. My cousin couldn't cry, and one time she was crying so hard, and she was like only a few weeks old. She was crying so hard, one little tear just slipped down her cheek, and I was like, baby, are you okay?
Yeah. And so after the season ended, neither of us made regionals. No. But
But-
I had fun.
We both had really fun time. So, our coaches leave. It was
No, I'm talking about the end of second year gold.
oh
Yes. That's kind of the point we're at.
oh
and-
wait, I'm not caught up. Let me say my part real quick.
Yeah.
So, basically, we did not want to ever go to practice. Like, it went from my parents. They used to be like, Brinley, if you don't get your schoolwork done, you don't get to go to practice. I would start bawling my eyes out. No, please let me go to practice. Please let me go to practice. And then one time I wasn't like cleaning up the dishes. My dad was like, I'm gonna take away gymnastics if you don't clean these dishes or whatever. And I go, do it. Take away gymnastics. I don't want to do it anymore. It makes me so incredibly mad, like what they do to us. And he was just like, what happened to my daughter? Like, what has happened what has happened? And so they leave, and finally we had a decent season, but we just got like, also, did y'all know if you have a good practice, like if you have a bad practice, you're not allowed to have a good meet. Like, that is just not allowed. That's what our coach told us. She told us you like should have a good meet and a good practice. You can't have a bad practice and then a good meet.
Yeah.
Lady, get your bad stuff out. Like, you're supposed to get it out and then go out and be good.
And so then the season ended, and I knew I wasn't going to re-sign a contract and go back.
So we were kind of just waiting, and I had the littlest hope that London, our coach, was going to stay. And one day she said, I'm quitting. I'm going to college. And I have never cried so hard.
So the second to last straw for me was a Saturday morning practice.
Forget I even said that so-and-so quit. We're just starting. Wait, starting.
It was a Saturday morning practice. I could not find my gym bag. I had left it at my dad's house, and I was at my mom's house, and I didn't have it. And I had gotten a Free People bag. It's like the Free People tote bag that's quilted. But I had
really cute.
I had gotten a keychain for Christmas. It's a Taylor Swift.
It's a Taylor
quote.
Swift quote, and it says F the patriarchy. It's a Taylor Swift quote.
And like, I agree with that quote because I'm not the biggest fan of the America's politics right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine.
We're not gonna get into politics.
No. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. I'll believe what I want to believe, and I'm not gonna judge you for what you believe. And y'all, if y'all want to judge me, it's fine. But
if you have I'm not gonna say that because I want to. Guys, also, I'm going to say something real quick. We really want to do a Q&A, so make sure you comment right now any questions you have for us.
Yes. And so I walk into the gym and I had forgotten that this keychain was on this bag. And so I hang up my bag, I take off my like t-shirt and pants.
We start running, and then like halfway through practice, I was going to the bathroom because if you
And
know
I
anything,
walked over to grab my water out of my bag.
and I was going to the bathroom because if you know anything about gymnastics, you know you do bars and you get chalk. And my hands were chalky and they were sticky, and I don't like going to beam with chalky hands. It's also just like a sensory thing for me.
Yes.
Oh crap! I just thought about scratching chalk.
Oh, chalk under your fingernails.
Ugh. Okay, so I was going to the bathroom and Ellie goes, Brinley, like, I have to take this keychain off. I'm like, oh yeah, take that off. She was taking it off. And I'm going to say her name. I don't really care. Emily comes over and she goes,
that's your bag.
That's your bag.
Yeah. So she says, that's your bag, isn't it? And I say, yeah, I'm sorry about the keychain. I forgot about it. And she was like, listen, you're not allowed to bring that bag into the gym again unless that keychain is gone. And I don't know why you're saying that stuff. I don't know why your parents are letting you say that stuff. My 15-year-old and 17-year-old aren't allowed to say that stuff. So you're 14. You shouldn't be saying that stuff either. But you can't have that in the gym anymore. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. Like, I'm a non-confrontational person. I said,
and
this,
let me say
I'm
something.
sorry. I put the keychain into the bag. I feel terrible about it.
If Emily had said one more thing, that would have been the point where I came out of the bathroom and would have been like, hey, she was taking it off. Please just,
And,
like,
like,
stop talking to her.
The fact that she was like, your parents shouldn't be letting you do that. Like, I don't let my kids do that. That's great for you, but that's not what my parents are like. And I don't think that you should be telling me how my parents should be raising me.
Yes.
So, okay, your kids go to a school that was founded to keep white kids out of school with black kids. Okay? That is literally what their school is. It's a white flight school. Go Google that because it's a whole thing, but yeah.
Let me say something. So, the next day was a Saturday morning practice. Practice started at 8:30. I love to be early.
No, this was at the same day. This was the same day, remember?
Oh,
Yes.
Well, beginning of this day.
Yeah. Practice started at 8:40 or 8:30. It was a Saturday practice.
Was the same day.
Yes.
Yeah. So practice started at 8:30.
Because afterwards, Emily and my mom had their talk.
We're gonna get to that. So personally, I love being early. We both love being early because we sit in the pit, we hang out, we chat. Okay. Emily asked one of my other friends, "Hey, do you want to practice early?" And I did not because I'm not fast enough, not strong enough for Emily's liking, and I don't care. That's just who I am. Like I don't really care.
Yeah.
She was like, "Do you want to start early, Brinley?" And I was like, "Oh no, thank you. Like I'm good." And she's like, "I was like, okay, I'll be back in a minute."
Same time, me and my mom pulled into the parking lot, and Brindley was like, "Hey, can I come stay in your car?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And so I went and sat in the car, and I came back, and we finally had to leave because her mom had to go pick up the kids.
Yeah.
And
I'm the oldest of 4.
so basically what happened was we go in and she goes, "Good job on starting early, girls." And I just ignore her. I'm like, okay, what the frick is wrong with you? And Ellie texted her mom, and her mom was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm done with this."
And at the end of practice,
So wait. There was more that happened during practice. So then Emily was standing there watching the clock, and we were told that because one day we wanted to like the clock went off and we started warming up, and she was like, "No, you have to wait for your coach to like tell you your assignment."
and our coaches weren't there yet.
Our coaches weren't there yet, and that's fine because it was snowing. And so,
Yeah,
we
it
didn't
was, like,
start.
February.
And Emily and we're like, "Hey, we don't know like what to do." And finally, she yelled at us and pushed us over there. And we're like, "Whatever." I'm already about to cry. Ellie's about to cry. We're done.
I text my mom, and my mom's like, "Hey, just get through practice. I'll be there to pick you up at 12."
Yeah, it was 12:30.
No, it was 11:30.
11:30.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. So, my mom said she was gonna be a little late and she was gonna pick me up at 12. So Ellie, she was like, "My mom's talking to Emily. You can come sit in the car." And so, at the end of practice, Emily started yelling, freaking like Emily like came out and talked to Miss Lindley, and she was basically like just being rude and lying about us. And Miss
And
Lindley,
so my mom comes and gets in the car, And we waited until Brinley's parents come and pick her up. And my mom's like, she said that y'all were playing in the pit before practice. And we were like,
we were just sitting there. We fully admit to sitting
And
in the pit. And we got out of the pit because one of our friends got there, and we got out of the pit at like 8:20.
Here's what she told my mom. She accused my keychain on teenage girl hormones and said that I know that Ellie is going through a lot at home.
Lady, we didn't tell you what Ellie was going through at home.
She had been... I had been talking to Brinley that day about my parents because my parents had fought again that day.
And the only coaches who knew about my
parents and
London.
Because those were the only coaches I felt comfortable telling. Also, there was a girl who was like, what's going on with Ellie's parents? Why is Ellie always talking about her parents? And I didn't feel... And I remember the, silver one.
Which one?
Who broke her knee. Or whatever. She was, and I didn't feel comfortable telling her, and Brinley told her, Ellie just doesn't feel comfortable telling everyone.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It was a heavy topic for me.
I was like, hey, just,
And, I knew my parents weren't going to stay together. They had been fighting. They weren't getting along. The first week of school, we spent staying at my mom's best friend's house. But I did not tell this coach that my parents were getting a divorce, and she told my mom, she said, I know Ellie has a lot going on at home, which was basically...
that was a line crossed.
That felt like an invasion of my privacy and my family's privacy and my mom and my dad's and my siblings, and that made me mad. Okay? And my mom got so angry when she said that because my mom knew that she didn't know about the divorce and stuff from me.
That was a line crossed, and that was none of her business.
Yeah.
And so, Emily, if you're watching this, go away. Go. We don't want your views, we don't want your likes, we don't want your comments, just leave. We do want your comments, we want to hear the truth. People in the comments, back us up. She's not going to be watching this.
And so, yeah. And the final straw was Brinley had already quit. Yeah, you had quit at this point.
Oh, wait, no. Back it up. So, after this happened, I said I was quitting. And it was really crappy the way I did it. So, the day before, on a Friday, my coach, she goes, hey, I'm going to college. I'm not going to be able to coach.
Also, separate events. We have been threatened with steak knives.
Yeah, because they didn't even have a cake cutting knife.
We had our arms and legs taped with duct tape straight.
Workout tape.
If you couldn't...
workout tape.
You can't straighten your arm if it's taped straight, okay? Because
they would put it right here, so you it hurt to bend it. Also, she'd cut off, she took, a little piece of my hair, this big, and she, cut off my hair. And, we were threatened to go, they would threaten to take us out.
They locked the doors and wouldn't let us out.
Yeah, because did y'all know you can get sick from being outside in the cold for 2 seconds?
What, you walked to your car?
Mind friggin' blown. Also, I wrote a report because I'm homeschooled, and I wrote an entire paper, and I showed it to them, and I was about to grab her arm and push her out of the way so I could leave because that's illegal.
But if my mom had been there that night that they locked the door, she would have called the police.
Also, we were threatened to be taken out into the parking lot and beat with a bat and sticks, and we were threatened that.
Yeah, they would say they were gonna beat us. They would say they were gonna kill us.
Oh yeah, she told me that she would beat me so hard I wouldn't be able to come back in the gym. And I was like, whoa, that's a line crossed. It's one thing if you're I'm gonna beat you if you do that. Or
jokingly.
I'm gonna beat you, something like that. Ha ha ha. But
they
were I am going to beat you in the parking lot.
So at this point, Brinley had quit.
We're gonna have to blur out KILL.
Yeah, maybe. At this point, Brinley had quit. And it was this, I didn't know that this would be my last practice, but it was my last practice.
Well, I haven't even gotten to the point where I quit.
Oh, well, you have, kind of, but...
I was packing up my stuff, and Isabel, the coach, she goes, are you quitting? Because London quit. And I was like, no, like, I've been, like, mentally abused and kind of on the verge of, like, physical abuse from this place. And Emily is just rude to me. And, like, I just can't do it anymore. And I was bawling my eyes out. And I feel like I did it in a really crappy way. So I'm sorry. I told them the day before. So, like, I told them I was going to go, tomorrow's going to be my last practice. And I left and I got in the car bawling. And I was like, why did I do that? And I felt like it was really sad because gymnastics was my whole life for the past 7 years.
So then, Brinley had quit, and 2 weeks later, I didn't know that would be my last practice, but it was my last practice. I had a very bad day at school. I've already talked about how bad school got for me. But I had a awful, awful day at school. I cried in the car on the way to practice. And the first event we were on was beam with the bad coach. Also, like, at this point, she had her baby, and she had brought her baby into the gym.
That's fine if you bring your child into the
but,
gym.
like,
don't bring your
like 2 weeks old.
Don't bring your 2-week-old into the gym. Not put them on a blanket. Just put them on a mat.
Yeah, she
That
would just set
sweaty-
the baby down onto a mat.
Sweaty feet have been on that. Like, people could fall onto that. Like, it's a safety hazard for the baby.
And for us.
Yeah. Like, that's fine. You can bring your kids. Like, I don't care if you bring your children.
Maybe if they're in a stroller,
Like, she
or
could have
like
brought
a
her baby.
carrier.
Yeah, she could have brought her baby and put it, like, on, like, one of the
Yes.
baby carriers or put it
But
in a
she
stroller
didn't
or
do
put it in a car seat. But she didn't. Like, she was holding the baby or, like, would just
Setting
set
it
it on the
down.
mat.
And so I had beam with her for my first event, and I cried on beam because my cartwheels weren't going good, and she was like, Ellie, you're not allowed to work on back walkovers today because your cartwheels
By
are
the way,
bad."
cartwheels and back walkovers can be flipped. You don't have to do a cartwheel and a back walkover. You can do a cartwheel or a back walkover. So
Yeah.
you were supposed to work on whichever one is better. for
And
you.
I am better at back walkovers than cartwheels.
And I'm better at cartwheels than back walkovers.
My back walkovers are amazing. Okay,
Mhm.
like,
Your back walkovers are really good. Just like my cartwheels are really good, and my
Yes.
back walkovers are crap.
So, this made me upset or frustrated with myself, and she asked me, like, why are you crying? Like, stop crying. And I was like, I'm fine. I said it exactly like that. I was crying, but I said I'm fine in that exact tone. And she was like, why did you just snap at me? I was doing my job and making sure you're okay. Like, why are you snapping at me? And I was like, I didn't mean to snap at you. Like, I had a really bad day today. I'm just frustrated with myself. And she got so mad at me. And at the end of beam, and after that, she went and walked over to the other coaches and told the other coaches on me.
Even though, like, I wasn't there. But also, one of the other girls from the gym was like, yeah, Ellie was being really rude. And I was like, no, she's not. Like, I don't believe you. I believe Ellie. Like,
yeah, like, I have never been called rude to my face. Yeah, I know. Everyone I've ever met has told me, like, I am kind, I am amazing, like, I don't need to be so hard on myself and
yeah.
stuff.
My mom, she used to tell me, she goes, you and Ellie should go volunteer at seniors place and just talk to the people. I'm like, we would be so good at that.
And
I feel like we would
So
start
she-
getting down the rabbit hole of gymnastics.
she walked over to the other coaches and told the other coaches on me and stuff.
First off, not cool.
Because, like, I didn't do anything. I had just had a bad day and told her I was fine. But,
And,
like, that's my default, okay? If I'm crying, I tell people I'm fine because I don't like people worrying about me. I really don't. Yeah. And so, at the end of beam, she sits us all down and she says, listen, I don't care what happened outside.
Mind you, this coach would make us put weights on our arms and stand up for 5 minutes like this. Okay, back.
And she said, I don't care how your day at school or outside the gym was. The moment you come in here, all that matters is gymnastics, and you shouldn't be snapping at me. It is my job to make sure that y'all are good gymnasts and that y'all are okay.
But yet she didn't do her job.
So immediately after that, we were sent to get water, and I get my phone out of my locker, and I text my mom, and I say, I need you to come get me right now. And my mom immediately texts me, and she tells me she's on her way.
Yeah, that's... Like, and it's not like, and her mom knew.
And I felt so bad because we lived 30 minutes away from the gym, and we were only an hour into practice, which meant my mom had only been home for, like, 30 minutes. And I felt terrible for doing that, but I just said, Mommy, I need you to come get me. And she texted me and she was like, I'm on my way. I'll text you when I'm there. And as I'm on my phone texting my mom, this coach yells over to me. She's still at Beam sitting on her phone. And she was on her phone.
And mind you, she would set up a block and then put a ball on top of it, like a...
Tell me how that's safe, please.
Like, you know the bouncy ball that, like
a yoga ball.
Like, yeah, like a pregnancy ball. And she would be bouncing on her ball. Good for you bouncing on your ball. Like, good job. That's good for you. But not on top of a block. She almost killed herself and her baby.
And so
actually, I probably shouldn't say that. She almost hurt herself and her baby.
And so, I mean, you don't have to bleep it out. I mean,
YouTube will take the video down.
Oh, okay.
We can't have, like, inappropriate content.
Okay. But, I was on my phone and she yells across the gym. She said, Ellie, why are you on your phone? Well, she's on her phone, mind you. And I mean, she's an adult. She's allowed to be on her phone. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was texting my mom. And she was like, you're not supposed to be texting your mom during practice unless you're hurt. And I should have said right then and there, well, you made me really sad.
So my heart is hurt.
But I didn't say that. I put my phone back into my locker and I just, yeah. And so I went to floor, and after floor, my mom was there, so I got my stuff together. I put my grips and my weights into my bag and all this stuff in my locker.
Like the important
except
stuff.
for the folders and stuff. And I said Coach London, Coach London hadn't left yet, but I said,
she left before I quit.
Oh, no. Maybe it was Coach Isabel.
Probably is.
I think it was Coach Isabel, and I just said, hey, like, I've got state testing in the morning. I have to go. It wasn't a lie. And I got into the car. I cried, and I said, Mom, I can't do this anymore, and I never went back.
It's really sad. But one time, Ellie wasn't there. It was April Fool's Day. And they were like, okay, that's fine. Like, you can play a fun little joke on us. They were like, y'all's the bad coach, Erica. I'm gonna name drop her. I don't care. So she goes, y'all's behavior while I was on, like, maternity leave is unacceptable. So she made us do, like, rows, which that was a list where you had to, like, go down and back and down and back and do, like, conditioning. And so we get one way
Rows
down.
Were awful. Okay, like,
but it was fun with Tori and Jennifer.
I'm a strong person.
We're both strong.
Like, I'm a strong person, but rows is challenging. And the thing about rows is it's a lot of, like, legs, and my legs aren't that strong.
Yeah. It was also a lot of, like, the way the workouts was, it would hurt my back really bad.
Yeah.
So
it hurt my hips.
Mm-hmm. It was just a very, very, very... It did help us get really freaking strong, though.
Yes.
But we would do rows. We would do run row, run around the gym twice. And then one time we ran around 3 times. And they were like, y'all should be counting better. Lady, we did more. Get over yourself. But then they were like, it's an April Fool's joke. And one coach, Stephanie, she goes...
we were like, what's the coach who threatened to kill us and, like hurt
cut
us
off our hair. And, yeah. So, let me say, like, we were like, Stephanie, you gave it away, ha ha ha. She's like, yeah, I'd be smiling even if y'all did get in trouble. I love it when y'all get in trouble. Those are my favorite days when I get to yell at you. Oh, girlfriend, you just crossed a line. But, and now I wish I could go tell London.
Now I go to therapy.
Well,
I mean, it's the truth. Now I go to therapy, so...
I want to go, London, if you're watching this, I just want to say thank you so much for quitting, because if you wouldn't have quit, I'd still be in this toxic, like, environment.
Yes.
And thank you so much
I mean, like,
for quitting. But I told my mom, I did diving for a little bit. I go, it's just too easy. Like, I miss gymnastics.
I didn't realize how much gymnastics was... I've had anxiety and depression for years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's been an ongoing issue in my life. Brindley knows how bad I struggle with it. My mom, my dad... Everyone knows that it's bad. And so I didn't realize how much gymnastics was impacting my mental health until I quit gymnastics.
I didn't realize how much it meant to me. You don't realize how much something means to you until you're done with it. And
like, there are days when I miss it so much, but then I realize, like, I never want to go back
I just want to go back to when everything was perfect. And I had so many people, and they were like, I wish it was a joke. Like, I wish you're just a really bad person who's doing pranks. And you're messing with us.
And now,
I'm like, I'm sorry.
now I tumble and I do cross country, and I didn't know what a non-toxic environment in a sport was until I walked into the tumbling gym and onto the track for cross country. Because these coaches, they are like my Tori and Jennifer, but they show me, like, I forgot what it was like to be loved by a coach. And for a coach to actually value me. Oh my goodness, I don't want to cry again, but I may cry again. Yeah. And, like, gymnastics will always be a part of me and my life. But it was not necessarily a ton of great memories. It just wasn't. Like, I had, like, Brindley would host us teammates over for sleepovers. Like, we would play at practice. We would play games. I had the most fun when I was with those teammates. And
on Jennifer and Tori's last day, Emily came in and yelled, and like I heard her, she goes, guys, I better start running. And I walked in the gym, and I go, everybody stop. Jennifer and Tori are here. We're playing a game. And Emily looks at me and goes, like, she looked at me and was like, what did you just do? And Jennifer and Tori walked in and goes, why are y'all running? Like, we're playing a game. Like, we're gonna have fun.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, true that. And so we played a game for like 30 minutes, and we just played the whole practice, and then everybody cried.
And
I was really happy I wasn't there on the day that they announced that they were quitting, because if I would have been there, I wouldn't have cried because I already knew that they were leaving, and I would have felt, like, rude.
Like, maybe one day if I could find a place where, like, I was actually valued and everything, I would go back.
I
But
feel like it's never going to be the same.
it's never gonna be the same. And that's kind of why I won't go back. And, like, I always wonder if other sports are like this. If other athletes have stories similar
Please
to
comment
this.
your stories. We should do, like, a telling someone else's. Like,
Yeah.
comment your story. We have an email. Go email us your story if you'd like us to talk about it, and give our opinions.
And so
Also, we're gonna be doing a get ready with us for church in the morning.
it's going to be my first time ever going to church. Second. Yeah, I went with you once when I was like 8.
Yeah, we were babies.
We were babies.
Look at our profile picture. We were so.
That's the day we went to
Oh my
church.
gosh, we need to recreate that before I move. Oh my god, I'm not gonna live here.
I know.
This is where we had our first sleepover. This is where we watched our first movie ever on our having our first sleepover. This is where we laid when.
Okay. I think that's a good spot to end.
This was a really emotional episode, guys.
That was really heavy, but also, like,
I'm happy we got it out.
if anyone out there has ever felt this way, just know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not.
But thank you so much for watching. We love each and every one of y'all. Also, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe.
If you're one of our 9 subscribers, thank you.
Thank you. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time we post anything new. Also, we're going to be doing another outfit of the day because y'all really like those. But we really want to do more stuff. So comment what y'all want to see. But this was mic'd up. We love y'all. Thank you for coming on this emotional roller coaster, and let us know if you relate. Bye.
Bye.